I've been using the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus 5G for quite a few days now, and boy do I have some thoughts about this smartphone. Now before we get on with my review of the Note 12 Pro Plus, do note that I've shared this phone with Manas also, so he is doing the Hindi review, and for folks who are interested in watching the Hindi video can definitely check out Manas's review of the 12 Pro Plus over at the Fiiber Hindi channel. But for folks who are watching this video right now, this is the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus in this beautiful white color. And it looks gorgeous, to be honest. And when it comes to the pricing of this phone, now my hunch is that this phone could be priced around 25,000 rupees. Now as of recording this video, I don't have the official prices of the phone, and I will definitely add it in the description while you'll be watching it, that is right now. So I'll add the prices in the description, but for now my hunch is that 25,000 rupees should be the price of the Note 12 Pro Plus. Please prove me wrong. Please Redmi price it around 23,000 rupees. That should be awesome. But for now, let's find out whether the Note 12 Pro Plus delivers. Hello everyone, my name is Aman and you're watching Fiiber, and this is my full review of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. And now before we get on with the rest of the video, consider hitting that red subscribe button for detailed tech videos, and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. With that said, let's get started. Starting with the phone's design, I love it, especially in this white shade with Corning's Gorilla Glass protection at the back. This one actually looks like ceramic, but of course, I won't deny the fact that this phone does remind me a bit of the Redmi K50i, especially around the rear camera design. And you know what, this is not a bad thing, but definitely if you are expecting something new, well, Redmi is not offering anything new here at the rear design. That said, I love the fact that Redmi has reverted to a curved back on the Note line, and despite the phone weighing about 208 grams, the Note 12 Pro Plus felt pretty manageable to operate. Also, by the way, alongside the white color, Redmi is also offering this phone in black and blue color options. I also love the bezel treatment at the front with a very tiny center-aligned hole punch. Other notable inclusions are a Type-C port, a dual SIM slot, a power button that features the embedded fingerprint reader, an IR blaster, and a pair of clicky volume buttons. You know, overall in terms of design and build, it's a solid phone. I mean, I love the fact that Redmi has gone back to the curved rear design, flat front, just like the Note 10 Pro Max. But again, as I said, this is not anything new that we haven't seen before. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus features a 10-bit 6.67 inches Full HD Plus AMOLED display, and it features all the goodness of rich colors, deep blacks, and wide viewing angles, along with Dolby Vision and HDR10 Plus support. Speaking of which, HDR10 Plus is not only supported on paper, but I'm also glad to report that apps such as Netflix support HDR10 playback, which is great. Of course, the multimedia experience is also complemented by the loud stereo speakers on this phone, and for the price, they sound crisp, they have the depth, and you can definitely call them one of the best pairs of stereo speakers on any phone in the sub 25,000 rupees price segment or around the 25,000 rupees price segment. But otherwise, you know, in terms of display quality, this is a top-notch display. Of course, it is a 10-bit panel, AMOLED panel, 120 Hz refresh rate. So it's a top-notch display. But in terms of brightness, you know, that could have been better. I mean, you will notice the brightness issues on a harsh sunny day. But otherwise, when you use the phone indoors, you should be just fine. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus features MIUI 13 atop Android 12, and while everything about the software experience has been positive in my eye, there's one major con that I just could not ignore. But first, in terms of the positives, MIUI 13 has been fast, fluid, and snappy in day-to-day use. I mean, ever so slightly, I did see frame drops here and there across the UI, but that would be nitpicking. Otherwise, no ads or spam notifications or anything like that. Bloatware is there, but then again, you can always uninstall most of the apps that you find useless. Overall, whether it be in terms of speed or responsiveness or fluidity, MIUI 13 delivers. Now on to the major con, and if you did not notice up until now, it is the Android 12 software on this phone, which is a bummer. I mean, this phone should have launched with Android 13, I mean with MIUI 14 atop Android 13, and I've seen Android 13 on the pre-production units of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. So why isn't there any MIUI 14 on the commercial unit? Of course, the company has their reason and I'm all fine with that, but this does not end here because the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is guaranteed to get 2 major Android OS upgrades, which sounds cool, right? You must be thinking this will be Android 14 and Android 15. Well, no. You know, because Android 13 will be counted as the first major upgrade for this phone, which makes Android 14 as the second update. Now, of course, this phone is also getting 4 years of security patches, but you know, the overall software support situation could have been handled better. On to the performance, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus features the Dimensity 1080 SoC under the hood, coupled with up to 12 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of storage. Additionally, there's a 5000 mAh battery under the hood with support for 120 watt fast charging, and the best part is that you do get the charger bundled inside the box. Now, before going ahead, on your screens are the Geekbench and Antutu scores of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. You can pause your screens and take a look. So in terms of benchmark scores, the Dimensity 1080 scores pretty much in line with the likes of the Snapdragon 695, but in terms of actual usage, I did not have any performance related issues with the smartphone. So I have the top tier variant of this phone. It comes with loads of RAM. There's virtual RAM support also. And basically what this means is that apps open fast, and not only they open fast, but whenever you go to the multitasking shade and you see a bunch of apps, they remain there, like they remain where you left them off. Otherwise, also, I've already told you how smooth MIUI 13 has been, and the general performance of the phone has been great. Even in terms of playing graphics intensive games such as Call of Duty Mobile or Asphalt 9 Legends, the Note 12 Pro Plus was able to handle these titles with ease at about medium settings. I mean, even after an hour of sustained gaming, the phone barely gets warm. Of course, the phone's cooling system also contributes to keeping the thermals in check. Even in terms of battery life, with moderate usage, I was able to hit 1.5 days on a single charge, and I am including an hour of gaming, an hour of using the camera, along with say 2 hours of video calling also. Even then, the phone's endurance was really good. As for the charging times, 0 to 100% takes about 25 minutes, which by the way is extremely fast. Now, of course, Redmi claims a full charge usually takes about 18 minutes, which I couldn't personally hit. But anyway, 25 minutes for me is still very fast for topping up a 5000 mAh battery. Connectivity wise also, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus delivers through and through. So I have used this phone with my AirPods Pro and I get rock solid connectivity thanks to Bluetooth 5.2. Additionally, I have even used this phone with 5G, both with Airtel and Jio, and simply great performance, no call drops, no dodgy connections, so that is great. With that, we have reached the camera section, and the main highlight here is the phone's 200 megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization. Of course, there's an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens, so they are like okay-ish. As for the front, there's a 16 megapixel selfie snapper. So right now you're looking at the photos that we took on the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus, and right off the bat, I would say if you're clicking a high resolution 200 megapixel shot, you get great colors, great details, but the size of the image goes for a toss. Now, generally also for pixel print shots, details were good, but I was expecting to see consistent colors, something that was not the case here. Even the HDR performance was quite underwhelming, or should I put it this way, that HDR was a hit or a miss. I mean, when it works, it is great. When it does not, the exposure goes for a toss. Night photos were also not that great. I mean, details in photos look soft, colors look washed out, and the HDR performance, again, where it applies, does not work all that fine. So definitely some software tuning is required when it comes to taking night photos. So overall, the main camera does a decent job of taking photos given there's good lighting around. Then the ultra wide angle camera definitely needs some more color tuning. As for the macro lens, well, Redmi, please save the cost and don't just include a 2 megapixel sensor. As for the selfies, general ones look great for the most part. Again, the daylight ones or the ones taken in good light, not the night ones, but the portrait selfies, daylight or low light, well, they need a little bit of work. So guys, this is the 4K 30 FPS video being shot on the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. This is the kind of quality that you can expect. So right now Manas is shooting me. I'm standing like right opposite the sun. This is the kind of HDR quality that you can expect. Of course, Manas has shot a normal video on the Hindi channel. You can check out his video as well. But this is the kind of quality that you can expect from the Note 12 Pro Plus. How's the audio? How's the stabilization? How's the bokeh? Because the sensor is quite big. Let me know everything in the comments. So right now I'm shooting from the front camera of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. Now this is the 1080p 30fps video. If you want to see the 1080p 60fps video, definitely check out Manas's video on the Hindi channel. But this is the kind of quality that you can expect. Of course, HDR quality does not look all that good in the viewfinder, but of course you be the judge. What do you think about it? And how's the stabilization? I don't think so. There's hello Manas. So yeah, what do you think about the stabilization? How does the audio sound? Let me know everything in the comments below. Overall, I had a good experience using the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. I mean, when it comes to the multimedia performance, the gaming performance, overall performance, or things like that, it was all good. And why do I not call this a great phone? Because the camera performance was something that left me a lot to be desired with. I mean, on paper, 200 megapixel camera sounds great. There's OIS, and overall it's a decent camera, and I'm hopeful that with software updates, it is going to get better. For now, I think my expectations were very high. You know what? This phone is basically for the legacy Redmi Note users. So what I mean here is, say that you have a Redmi Note 9 Pro, you bought it like a couple of years ago, and now you want to upgrade to a new Pro phone. You're looking at the new Redmi Note, and now you even have a budget. You can extend your budget. So for folks like you, this is the perfect phone. This will be a great choice, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus. And for all else, I mean, this is a good phone, but around this budget, Redmi's own the Redmi K50i is a deal one simply cannot ignore. And that was my review of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus, guys. So let me know all your thoughts about this phone in the comments below. And as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Fiiber. I'll catch you all in a fresh one next time. Till then, take care of yourself and thank you for watching.